And before I get any shit for my Super Bowl tire, I do have a new tire here. Gonna be putting that on probably later today or tomorrow. Just haven't got to it quite yet. Welcome back, everybody. We're out here ripping on some back roads. I just wanted to take some time out today and do a quick video kind of going over my progress on what I've done and the mods and upgrades that I've done to my Z125 thus far. Now, in my opinion, all these mods that I've done so far have been pretty easy. Easy installs, not too expensive, and just kind of smaller, tasteful mods, not like big bore kits and engine work and all that. And quite frankly, I don't really plan to do any of that. I'm happy with the stock engine and what it can do right now, and I think it's, I wouldn't say I think it's silly to do all the big bore kits and engine work and all that just for a few extra mile per hour, but in some ways I kind of do think it is. I just don't really think it's quite worth it, and I'm really happy with the reliability that the stock engine brings. So we're gonna keep riding for here for a second, and I'm gonna find my way over to a spot where I can stop and talk and show you guys everything that I've done to the bike so far, and I'll also link everything in the description for y'all so you can check it out. Alright, so now that we're stopped, I'll go ahead and start going over everything that I have done to the bike. And we'll start off with the first two easiest things, I think, and kind of the most needed thing. Well, the first most needed thing is going to be probably your Fender Eliminator Kit. So, as y'all know, when you first get these bikes, they come with the ugly little back fender, in my opinion, really ugly back fender. And you just really got to get rid of that. And the good thing about these bikes is they're really cheap, and you can find them on Amazon for really cheap. It's not that way for all the bikes. I think I had to spend about $120 on a Fender Eliminator from TST for my KLX. I didn't really see any other options, but I did find this Fender Eliminator for the Z125 on Amazon, and it was only about 30 or 40 bucks, and it gets the job done really well, and no problems with it yet. So I'll throw a link for that in the description for y'all. And secondly, we'll move on to the levers here. So these are, the brand right here says Ride It, but I think there's some MZS levers. I don't know. There's a few different levers that are the exact same style. It's pretty much like, I don't know, they're the same made lever, just kind of rebranded. I don't know what the whole deal is for that. But since these are such short bars with width, these are supposed to be shorty levers. And they are shorter than the stock, and they feel a lot better than the stock, but they still kind of come, you know, almost to the end of the bar right there. But these feel a whole lot better than the stock levers, I'll tell you that right now. And they have adjustments, so I have them at the adjustment where they are all the way kind of out as far as they can go on the 6th setting. But you know, as you can see here, you set them in, and if you prefer to have it a little bit further in where there's less clutch play, you can have that set too. But I prefer to have them all the way out where I have a little bit more clutch play, and I kind of have to reach my finger a little further out, but I have more clutch play. That's where I like to have them set. So I also got these on Amazon, also only 30 or 40 bucks, something like that, maybe like 35 bucks. And I have definitely looped this thing once or twice, and I don't really have any protection on it, so it's fallen. And as you can see, these levers were one of the first things to hit, and they've held up really well. So as far as durability, in my experience, they're pretty durable, and I have not broken these things yet, and they feel a whole lot better than stock. Like I said, definitely worth the upgrade in my opinion. And I guess while we're up here at the bars, I do still have the stock bars. I would like to get a set of bars, and I'll probably have a part 2 to this video once I get a few more mods, so that'll probably be in the next video. But I do still have the stock bars because I haven't had an issue with them. I still like these bars. They feel good to me. As I said, I've looped it, and the bars and the levers have been like the first thing to hit on the pavement when I've looped it, and I don't think they're bent at all. They feel straight to me, so pretty impressive for stock bars. Usually stock bars bend and break super easy, but these seem to have held up for me really well. So I'll get to replacing the bars probably at some point, but for now still got the stock bars. But while we're up here, this isn't really much of a mod, but I do, if you check out on my channel or you've seen some other videos on my channel, I've done some food delivery videos on this thing. So for that reason, I installed a phone mount for kind of directions and using maps and whatnot on my phone. And now for one of the main mods that I've done, that's probably one of the most common mods people want to do once they get their Z125 and it's all stock and everything, and that's the exhaust. Now this is probably the most common exhaust you can get. This is just the Amazon exhaust special, so it's like I bought it when it was 155 bucks, but I think it went back down to 140. I just checked it the other day. It's kind of got the carbon fiber look to it, and I think it has like a Rand Soto is what the brand is, or what they call it. It has a little sticker you can put on it that I just never put on it. But this is a real good exhaust for the money, in my opinion. Comparing this exhaust to the stock exhaust that these things come with, the stock exhaust just make them seem like they whine. Honestly, I feel like it runs a little bit healthier with this exhaust on it. It definitely sounds a hell of a lot better. I'll start it up in a minute and give you all a little sound test on it. But before I do that, just wanted to also mention that I do have the baffle out. So there's a little metal piece right here, and actually to take it out, all you do is take this little rubber grommet out, and that's a little Allen key you unscrew, and you can pull that baffle out. So it's super easy to remove and put back in. I just have it taken out right now, so let's go ahead and start her up and show you guys what she sounds like. And as always, video is not going to make it seem quite as loud as it is in person, but give you guys a little look at it. So a quick little sound test for you guys, and it sounds really, really good. That's with the baffle out again. I'll throw a link for that in the description as well. I also have a video on my channel of me doing the whole install on this thing. It's a pretty easy install. The only kind of tricky thing is putting this bracket on right here, but it's really not that hard at all. So I'll link that video in the description as well too. And coming back here again, I just did this yesterday actually. This is going to be the MZS integrated tail light. So I am going to be taking these blinkers off to fit something back here. Hint, hint. So that's why I had to go with the integrated tail light. Plus my last tail light, the stock tail light, was busted up, so it's time for a new one. So went with the MZS integrated tail light. I think that's a good mod if you want to get rid of these big blinkers. That's probably the way to go. And last but not least is going to be this shifter. I also just threw this on today, and I got this from Man in the Box. I ordered this along with my tire from Man in the Box. And if you have a Z125, you probably will notice the stock shifter has all this weird linkage stuff. It's not like this shifter where it's straight up just bolted to the shifter shaft. It has all this weird linkage, and it kind of goes over here all for no reason, in my opinion. This is a very common mod for people to do, and it makes shifting so much smoother. I didn't think it would make a big difference really like that. I've heard people say it made a big difference and it was one of the best mods they did, but until I put it on, I definitely see that now. It's an awesome little mod, and it clicks up and down so much easier, and it shifts so much smoother. It really, really does. And it also won't leave that nasty black rubber on my shoe anymore, since it's going to be a little metal shifter, so that's going to be nice too. But I'm really happy with that as well. But that is going to about do it for this video, everybody. As I've said before, everything's going to be linked in the description, and I should have a part 2 to this video with my next set of mods and upgrades coming out within the next month or two, maybe even earlier. I actually have a few of those mods already coming in, so be sure to subscribe for that for sure, and leave a like on the video. And other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.